Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Astral Academy. I will be your guide through the different lessons of each chapter to help you gain a broader concept of magical ideas. My name is R the Silent. I am like a teacher, magus, I guess, since I'm the only teacher at this academy, I guess. I don't know. Anyhow, that's not the point. You guys came here to learn something new. So we finished up Familiars last weekend. Or last week. Whatever. So this week, the installment will be, or this chapter will be on Enchanting Magic. So, what is Enchanting Magic, and how far back does it go? So, Enchanting Magic has been a part of human beings' first types of magic since the first cavemen and women went off into the forest and declared their spear, their lucky sphere, their lucky rock, their lucky clothes, whatever it may be. It is the profound effect of putting our intent into an object that is properly consecrated and purified for that intent laid down upon it. Now, there are different ways you can go about this process, and I will uncover those later on in the chapter. I will also, in a different chapter, or in the past chapters when I was talking about, I think I was talking about amulets, and there is a specific way you can consecrate items to give them, or to prepare them to have the specific effect that you want on them. Right, so besides rock, spears, and clothes, what other things can we enchant? Well, first of all, let's go back for a sec. How does it work? Right, like I had previously explained, you take an item, typically it's an amulet, a necklace piece, a lucky pair of socks, right? And we just constantly put our intent into this object. I wear this necklace for protection. I wear this necklace because it makes me more lucky. I wear this necklace because it helps me with my grades, helps my intelligence. And yes, this kind of magic goes clear into the medieval times, where people were enchanting jewels to put into their swords. They were buying necklaces that were already enchanted for love spells, right? So it's more of a concept, an intent, or even ideology of placing an object with magical properties. Doesn't matter what the object is. Now, I don't know if that includes live animals as it stands. You could cast an enchantment spell on your cat to be protected, but I think you should rather maybe just cast a protection spell on said creature. But there are uses to using this on live creatures. However, I have never done that. I do believe anything is possible, which is why I try not to talk in absolutes. Like, that's never possible. This is something that is never done. And if I speak in that manner, it's purely based upon me having had an experience, and I'm not saying it's not possible, but in that realm of speaking, it's probably something you shouldn't try, because I've tried it and I failed horribly. And that's one of the reasons why people like to take magical advice from me, is because I can share experiences. And this is, like I had stated in previous videos, this is only the first year of Astral Academy. There's so many more concepts and ideas that I want to kind of talk about and help take out the stigma of witchcraft from modern society, how it's portrayed in the media, throwing fireballs, and all of this kind of like blatantly obnoxious just annoyance of how people think that magic is supposed to be. Now, I'm not saying magic like that at any point in time wasn't possible. It is not possible. I'm saying right now, at this point in time where we are, it seems more feasible to stick with certain idealistic approaches to different kinds of magic. And when throwing fireballs per se, it would be better to think of that in terms of in the astral realm of reality, or instant manifestation. Right? Fire, what is the symbolic nature of fire? What does it do? It destroys, it consumes, and you can manifest that into more of a baneful aspect, or perhaps even a purifying aspect of something, someone, or an object in this timeline, in the future of this timeline, in past timelines. You can even use magic to conceptualize thoughts into a bubble and throw them in the past to your past self, so that they may steam off to a different timeline. The ideas with magic and the applications of magic is so immense and bold in nature, as a lot of women and men, fewer men than women, have used this concept to liberate not only their own minds and hearts of harsh conditions, slavery, or even the patriarchy, right? Magic is more useful in way more ways than people actually realize. And if you need to take small steps, it's fine. You don't have to tell people that you practice magic or witchcraft, because sometimes it does tend to debilitate some of the spells that we cast, right? And I'm veering off straight left. Anyway, so enchanting magic. Once again, it's simply just giving a magical attribute, or even a few, why not, to a specific object. Now, I have learned, growing up where I am now, I had a necklace. It was a pentacle with the star pointing up. Not that that really matters, but I had that pentacle for about 10 or 11 years in my life. It was a close friend of mine. It always hung over my heart. And I always stated with the intent that it was there to protect me. Now, throughout the years, I would always joke and be like, I always lose this necklace, but it always comes back to me, right? In some manner or another. So let's talk about the concept that I threw onto this. I didn't enchant it properly. No, I didn't. And most people who enchant things do so, and their intent is so powerful that the enchantment of the object has no other way of reacting to that energy. It, like I'm saying, okay, how to say this? The overlay of the magic was so intense and powerful that the regular latent energy of that specific object had no other escape but to bend to the will of the magician that's wearing it, right? So in this case, it was me towards my necklace. And this thing was bent, it was scratched, another piece had already fallen off of it. It was pretty insane. And even times when I lost the necklace, I would always be like, well, it's gonna come back to me. And it did. I drop it in the parking lot by where I was living. I pick it up, I found it. But there came to a certain point. I wore it so often, and the reason why it fell off of me is because, magically speaking, there was too much energy on the necklace. The necklace was heavy to wear. Years and years and years of imprinting and layering a specific piece of material that we wear all the time tends to wear it down magically, energetically speaking. And I would buy new necklace pieces, brand new. Not feasible in my mind that they would actually break when I put them on or attach my necklace piece to it, but instantly, boom, it would be ripped off. The necklace piece is destroyed. I have to go get a new necklace. I made my own necklace piece. What does all of this even mean? Right? This is why it's important to consecrate your items, purify them properly before you give them an intent, right? Before you use a spell to give it this magical attribute. Clearing out those energies and giving this item a specific purpose will keep latent energies from laying on it and layering up and layering up and layering up. And they may even layer up. And you'll have to redo spells to keep these attributes strong and sturdy, right? And not increasingly passive as time goes on. Sorry, my apartment's haunted. So, what exactly can you do with these attributes? And we'll talk more about some of this other kind of magic, but there's cosmetic magic, meaning you can use an attribute to make people view you as more beautiful, right? You can apply luck. You can attract a soulmate. You can attract love. You can attract lust, okay? You can also use it to attract money. You can also use it for personal protection against spirits, right? You can use it against personal protection against other human beings, right? Practically, most magical things that you would use other systems of magic for, you can integrate into this kind of magic, right? And then you have something on a consistent basis that's going to bring you something. Now, there's always doubt with magic. I understand this. There's always doubt about the type of magic you're doing. Sometimes in the moment when you're doing the magic, doubt is necessary for magic. It can be an enemy in the process, because then your energy shrinks and it comes back to you and you're not putting your intent out there, right? You're doubting yourself. It's a lack of self-confidence in your abilities, and even in the reality that has been shown to us consistently over hundreds of years that what we're doing is actually going to work. We doubt it. But these traditions have been passed down for generations, and there are certain powers at bay that would prefer this kind of information not be given to you. Because in natural society with churches, the ideology is projecting the idea of God outward into something that is not us. You're giving your power away. And in this instance, since we come from God or goddess energy, right, energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only transferred. And what that means is that God transferred out of their own soul, his or her own essence, to create, quote unquote create. We're not created, we're transferred from divine energy. And we travel around the cosmos doing injustice or justice, and we have these experiences that which make our soul way more enriched as living sentient beings. But we can tap into that God energy, goddess energy, and apply it through magic. That is us taking our power back in one way. And it can be pretty crucial at times. But that is the beginning of enchantment magic. I hope you guys had a good bit of information here to absorb. that's going to be it for tonight. I already made a different video for later this week, so do be expecting that as well. I don't think there's really anything else I need to talk about. Homework. Try to be in a divine mindset. The very essence of our soul is gold. It's power. It's raw, undefinable, pure light, okay? And I guess I can't say that for everybody. But whatever galaxy you're from, whether you're a starseed or not, the pure essence of your soul is divinity. And that deserves to be appreciated and treated properly, because you, me, and everyone else are just gods and goddesses. So, that's all I got for you folks. If you liked the video, smash that like button, subscribe. I do content at least once a week, roughly, but other than that, I hope you all have a great night. And there's a big shift in consciousness that's already taking place and is gonna have a bigger upheaval on our magical capabilities. So if you're out there and you're wondering why you're having these different senses, or a sixth sense, or your powers are expanding, it's great. Accept it. You are all very beautiful and kind creatures. But that's all I got for tonight. Have a great one. And homework is try to love yourself and your divinity. Huh? Alright. Night.